Everybody, it's Doom here from Dungeons and Doom Biscuit, and somebody recommended that I make a water tower, so I'm going to do just that. I have pre-cut a couple things to make my life a little easier. I made planks, I made some strapping, I made a piece for the roof, and I made a bottom for my tank. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, I sanded this lid to make it rough cut a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is start working my way around using glue, attaching planks. Now, I'm not going to get worried about them being perfect. I'll come back later and cut them as I need to. Okay? It'll be easier to work on it, like in sections, and not to cut everything freehand. So, I'm not sure how they filled water towers in the Old West. I'm assuming they used rain. I just don't know. Maybe they pumped it up by hand with a water pump. I just don't know. So mine is going to be the best guess I can make. And you know what I always say, don't be a Harold Lauder. Okay, I don't always say that, but until I'm done watching The Stand, you can get it out of my head. You guys are stuck with me. M-O-O-N, that's water tower. As I get going here, maybe I'll speed up a little bit. We don't know yet. Sure, it'd be nice if I could speed it up some, huh? If I could just snap my fingers and this be done. Yeah, you wish that was a segue to cut into it. It's not. I'm not that guy. I don't have that kind of power. Got about a third of it. And let's keep going. All right. Every week has a weekend. By this time, Friday night. I don't know if you guys saw, but Shane Gillis is the new spokesperson for Bud Light. It's like a dream come true for that dude. He's like from the out by, I think, Myerstown area, somewhere out that way. Like where there's a lot more farm than there is city. I've been out to past Hershey to Myerstown once. Well, a couple times. We used to have a contract in Myerstown. And then since the whole time I've worked for the company, that's the only contract we've ever lost. And I don't think we had any interest in really keeping it. But I wasn't part of the decision-making process, so I just don't know the whole deal with it or what could or could not have been done. Because I'm a low man on a totem pole. I'm just a pee-pee-poo-poo. Now I could relatively easily stop here and cut these off, but I'm going to leave them on so that when I go to put the bottom on, it won't be a complete and total fight. Whoa, flying glue stick, could have been killed. Don't worry, I wasn't. I actually survived the flying glue stick attack of 2025. I made enough at least. So, Stand is a Stephen King novel about the end of the world, and they've done it twice. The first one, I think, was in '94, and it has Gary Sinise in it. It has a lot of big names in it, but Gary Sinise is the one he plays my favorite character in the book, Stu Redman. I think he's a lot of people's favorite character, honestly. But it's just phenomenal. It's such a good movie. Or, well, it's a mini-series, kind of. They did a remake of it. I don't know what year they did that. But it was phenomenal as well. Okay. Now we got to get this in here. So what I'm thinking is, that I'll only burn myself a little bit, and we'll pop that in there. Okay. I hope that stays. But I don't think it's gonna. So we're gonna fix that. Just like that. And then we're going to come across the bottom. I wanted to wait for that part. So I'm going to come around the outside here and just kind of skim off any little bit of extra. Okay. Now, I have a base here. Something like that. I don't know how I'm going to mount it to the base exactly, so let's get a marker. And let's draw kind of the rough shape. And let's make an X. That's not quite the center. Let's try again. That's not quite the center. Let's try again. Close. Let's try to get that at 90 degrees and hope I hit the center again. Nope. Okay. That's kind of the center. Oh, well. Let's get some sticks. Figure out I want the tower to stand about that tall. I'm dropping my hot glue gun. So what I'm going to do is, this one's kind of warped. I'm going to trade this out for one that's not so warped. I don't know where they are. Oh, there they are. I've been done with my first can. Cold Bud Light. And now I'll be... Alright, so what I want to do is I want to get these on here in such a way... Let's cut these first. I want it to be about that tall, so let's cut one about that height. And those look pretty even. All right, so to get those based out, what I think I want to do is I want to kind of glue them in place here lightly. Whoop. I'm not sure if that's exactly how I want to do this, but man, that'd be nice if that would stay. Okay. And then I think I want to kind of get them pulled in just a little bit. So to do that, let me think. What I think I want to do is I want to measure these out. How big is that gap? It's about 2 inches. So what I think I want to do is I want to come down about 1 3/4 inches. Like that. And I'll make these all the same just by doing this. Oops. And I'll just keep cutting them that way. And I don't know if I can get that last. Yeah, I can get it. All right, cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get a little dab of glue. Drag these in to where they stay. Whoop. I'm just going to do that. Get those in place. Like that. I'll do 2 sides at a time. I'll do opposite sides and then bring them in. Okay. And this will help us get our platform curved in at the correct angle. We're just going to let that sit for a second and kind of cool in place, and we'll spin it around, and we'll do our last one. Okay. Nice. Okay. We get that on there, but I'm not sure if that's quite sturdy enough. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to get 2 pieces, about like that. Yep, just about like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue this one here over that, right where that kind of lines up with that plank, just like that. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side across from it. Get it kind of lined up with that plank. All right, then I'm going to pull it up like that. And fold it over and catch it on top. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make sure I can get it. Yep, there we go. And that'll sturdy up my bottom. I'm going to grab this little bit of spider web here. I'm going to get glue on all 4 of those. I'm going to get my tower. Kind of center it like that. All right. So that's what I got now. We're gonna need to support this some. It's gonna need some strength. Ow, you bastard. So what we're gonna do So we're just going to come across here, lay it down. I'm going to get under here actually. Let me get a little bit of glue in there just to make sure nothing wants to go anywhere. Okay. And I'm going to glue this to this making, where's the front? Okay, we're on the back side. We're going to start on the back side. We're going to get a little bump there, a little bump there. And I'm going to come over here like that. And we're going to come about half that distance up. And we'll lay that in place. About like that. Okay. Then once we're sure those are kind of dry, we'll just snip those off. And I'm going to turn it, and we're going to continue on doing that on 3 sides. Okay. And we'll let that cool. And we'll snip them. And let's do this last side here. I didn't really plan on doing a water tower because in the town there is no water tower. But it's a good suggestion for a Wild West. Who knows if they end up in a place that does have a water tower. They very well might. Okay. And we'll snip those. We're feeling pretty sturdy here already. All right, now we need a ladder, because I assume they need a ladder to get to one of these. I think they usually have a thing to put water in trains too, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't think this is going to be that kind. So let's get that roof piece I made. And all it is a circle bigger than that I've cut a slit towards what I think is kind of the middle. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to get some glue. And I'm going to hold that down in place and make a cone. I'm sure you all know how to make a cone out of cardstock. You probably don't need my old ass to teach you. And I'm just going to fill that crack up with a tiny bit of glue. And push this up a little bit. Get it kind of crunkety, so it's not perfect. Cool. We'll take it and we'll glue it to the top of that tower. And to do that, we'll just get a bead. And we'll put it on there. Now I hope it's all going to stay, but because I'm worried a little bit, I'm just going to get some glue in some spots here and force it down in there. I'm going to hold it in place and let it kind of air dry or air cool. I'm trying not to burn myself too much because I'm getting a little tired of that. And I'm just going to let that cool. Now we need a way for the water to get up in here, and like I said, I assume, I don't know, but I assume it's pumped. So we're going to need a straw. I had some drinking straws in here somewhere. All right. Here's a drinking straw that can easily work as our thingy bob water tower piece. So I'm going to come down here on the bottom and I'm going to make a little flat spot, like a little square. I'm going to get a dab of glue. Okay. That's stuck to me, of course it is, you bastard. All right, let's try it again. I didn't want to melt the straw, so I was trying to be creative and not melt that. All right, I'm going to get that up in here. And I don't care if it melts up on this part, but I do want it to be on the bottom, not melted. All right, so I cut that too short somehow, kind of like a crackhead does. So we're going to try again. All right, let's get a new straw. And I know that one was a little bit short. All right. Oh, you bastard, get in there. All right. I'm just going to make a little bubble around that. And down here, I'm just going to use some super glue to get that in place. Let that run and that'll become one solid kind of deal, I hope. What is this here? Is that more super glue? Probably. I'm going to get a piece of stick and rub that super glue around and make sure I get it up on there so I can get a good seal. All right, cool. Cool. All right. Now we need a spout coming off the side here, so if it were to fill a train, I guess. Because I don't really know how these are set up, but I don't want to pretend I do. So let's use this piece here because we can make a curve with it. Okay. Let's cut this off. Let's cut this off. And let's make a ladder that leads up to it. Ladder. Okay, too easy. We'll make a little platform on here. And to make that little platform, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of cardstock like that. And I'm going to cut it kind of rounded like that. And I'm going to see if we can dry fit that. And if a miniature can stand on it. So we'll put a miniature there. Let's get this glue. Get that on there. And angle it in such a way that a mini could probably stand on it if they had to. And then we're going to do the ladder straight from the base to there. I'm not sure how many he's going to stand on the ladder, so they're just not going to try. We're not going to try that. Okay. So we're going to do the ladder to one side. That one's curved as shit. Look, that one's really bowed. That one's not so bad. Let me get a different one. That one's, wow, some of these are really bowed. I think I took all my good ones. These are called 120 slim sticks. They're not called that, but that says that one. That's how many there is and what it is. All right, there we go. It's not terrible. Really, you could come right up the side and have your ladder, I suppose, and have your water coming out there with no drama, but I just want to do this for whatever reason. That ladder's kind of leaning back. Let's try it here. Okay. I'm going to take these, check that height again. Okay. And we'll lay this down. And we'll cut some of the skewer maybe. That's a little thick. I think we could do it. I think it'll work. So let's just cut some skewer about that so-so. We don't need a whole bunch of rungs, really. We'll just cut a bunch of skewers. Make rungs. Close as we can to right. Ow, bastard. To do my skewers, I'm just going to come, or to do my rungs, I'm just going to get a dab of glue. Set that on there and roll it a little bit so it kind of dries hard. Now I know damn well a miniature couldn't climb this the way it is. Even a person to scale couldn't climb this. I understand. But it's about theater. Okay? We're not doing it to where it can work. We're doing it to where it looks like it could work. Or someone's just going to glance at it and say, oh, that's how you get them down. Make them spend a turn or two climbing it. They'll get it. Now, I don't suppose safety railings were a big concern back in those days. I don't think OSHA was creeping. And where's my straw piece? To be my spout. All right, we need a bead. Where are those beads? I think I saw them in this drawer. Hold up. Nope. They're way over here. Give me a second to climb to them. Pardon me. Ugh. When I said shit, I meant shoot. That's too big. How about that? Okay. And we need a little lever of some sort for the top of that. And I'm thinking no. There we go. I'm going to split that like that. Put a little dab of glue up here. Dab. On top of that bead. Something like that. Can I put a mini up here? Maybe two? Two. Good. All right. I'm going to super glue this. All this apparatus here. And let's work on the base. So we need a pill bottle or something to mount it to. I'm just going to get some glue and hit this. I'm going to glue that right on there in the middle. Like that. Okay. I'm going to get these beads out of my way. I'm going to lift this up so you guys can see it a little better. This is where we are now. Okay. Clear up this mess. All right, we need to do the base and Mod Podge and glue. I'm almost out of little cups. I do have some reusable tin things I can wash out. Maybe we get one of those. Let's be responsible here. These can be wiped out or washed out. And these are just little metal broken cupcake tin. The Walmart ones, or the Dollar Tree ones, after a couple of uses, give up. You bastard. There we go. And we're going to put a little clear glue in there. What the heck is going on with this clear glue? Well, I know why somebody gave it to me. It's still doing that weird worm shit. We're just making that big long gel worm. I thought it was cold temperature. Well, it's really not that cold in here. So now I believe it's what was wrong with it when they gave it to me. They're like, that's old and terrible. Here, you can have it. Thanks, people. Let me get a little bit of glue here. A little bit of paint here, I mean. This is brown. Let me get a crappy brush. Mix this up. Okay. Then we're going to come here, and we're not going to worry about if we get it up on the sticks a little bit. That'll be all right. Okay. We're not going to panic. A little bit on the sticks and be good for us. Be healthy. Okay. weird lumpy piece there. That's okay. We'll just embrace the lumpy. And we'll let it dry for an extra long time. Okay. Oh, I was going to put straps around it. Oh, it's a little late now. All right, let me get a piece of where's that? Oh, there it is. Piece of plastic tray and a little bit of sand. A little bit of, oh yeah, sand. Okay. We'll just kind of do this. There we go. And then when we come back, it'll be all spray painted and we'll paint it up. I will also be hitting it with the minor burning hand spell. Get rid of some spider webs. But until then, hey, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell icon, leave a comment, and all the things that please the algorithm spirits. And check out the website, buy some miniatures. That'd be sick. If you can't, no judgment. We understand. We've all been there. And last but not least, come to the Discord and hang out with your boys. Till then, we'll see you next time.